Last stuff on inspirations.
Yup. Gotta listen to more Halsey.
I think my inspirations, I think growing up, I heard a lot of eclectic music. Like my dad put on a lot of different kinds of music growing up. I grew up listening to a lot of Bob Marley, Wanda Jackson, and like KCRW. So it was like random music I'd grow up listening to, like Wild Bell, Little Dragon. And I think as I got into production and writing, I became really inspired by like the different kind of waves of trip hop music, like 90s trip hop with Massive Attack and Portishead, and like the kind of revival in like the 2010s with Kalela, FKA Twigs, Banks. I learned how to like write the way I do from Banks.
How long have you guys been singing?
For me, I've been singing since I was little, but I started getting kind of serious about it around the age of 12.
Oh, okay. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
I think it was a little later for me. I think I had always really been into music, but around was I think 13, almost 14, that's when I decided I was gonna like learn how to start singing with intentions to sound good. Like learning how to just
Nice.
really do everything with my voice, kind of learn how it works and make it do the things I want it to do. So for me, it's been about 6 years.
Dang, so you guys are veterans already. And so how did you guys start?
Well, I came from like a really musical family. Not necessarily musicians, but all my family, like they're dancers. So, I've just always been surrounded with music. And then, um, at the age of 12, I joined AMP and I started performing, getting into it. And I started getting more comfortable on stage. And I was like, okay, like this is for me because I've tried other things, other hobbies, and like it was just like but like once I joined AMP, I knew that like okay, I want to make this my career. This is what I want to do. So then I met Anthony, and Anthony kind of like pushed me to like start producing and like putting my music out there, and like that's when I started doing it, and then I released first my first release was technically on SoundCloud, which was my cover "R.I.P. to My Youth" by The Neighborhood. So that was like the first like produced like little project that I came out with.
Yeah, that was, I think, April during the lockdown.
At
Like,
2020.
just she was like working on a few little covers at the time on Soundtrap, and then we basically that was like one of the first things I think we produced together because I think I made the little beat and then the little arpeggio at the end. But she mostly like laid out the chords the way she wanted and was able to like she did the vocal solo with the reverb in the bridge. It was really cool.
Man, SoundCloud was there for everybody, huh? So wait, you guys play instruments?
A few.
Yeah.
I play piano, guitar, and ukulele.
I
Okay, sick,
play
sick.
well, I've played like a lot of instruments like throughout amp and like school. I think I would say I can play piano. I write a lot on baritone ukulele just because it's like the same bottom four strings as a guitar, but it's smaller, so it's easy to travel with. I write on that a lot. I can play guitar if I get enough practice time.
Nice. Yeah, I could play just the piano. That's pretty much it. But I was never really like taught. I didn't go to like classes for it. It was just kind of like I just kind of like figured it out, you know. To be honest, like music theory wise, I used to be able to read like the sheets, but now if you put it in front of me, I'll be like, damn, I don't know what I'm looking at. But I used to when I was in college.
It's kind of been seared into me after like 3 years of band, 2 years of choir, one music theory class, two music theory classes. I'm tired of it. I don't like music theory that much. If it sounds good, if it feels right, if it's what you want to do it. That's my approach to music.
I feel like everybody should have that approach because I feel like if you put yourself in a box, like as far as chords go, or like, oh no, it needs to sound like this, you know, then it kind of like it kind of fucks with where your mind is telling you to go. You know what I mean?
That's when I initially was not liking music theory because for me, my writing process is like it starts with the chords. Like I'd mess around on it, usually the piano or an instrument, and I'll get a little chord progression going, and it's like I kind of just build around it basically. And when I was in classes, I had a teacher tell me once that my song was wrong because it ended on a suspended chord. And I was like,
Oh.
no, tell me what chord fits there better. Like, it's my song. It will sound how I want it to because I'm trying to tell you something.
I get what you mean. That's why that's honestly like part of the reason why I left college, because like that guy, man, in that production class, he was like, why do you do it like this? And I'm like, because it's faster. And then he's like, no, you have to do it like this. That's not the way it's supposed to be done. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm not learning shit in here, bro. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, like that's how I feel because I'm not in the music program anymore at my school, but I was my first semester. And I don't know, it's just I feel like they put you in a box and they tell you like it needs to be like this, and if you want to be successful, you need to know this and you need to be like this, and it's like what right, like what's the right way? There's no right way ever, you know? And especially because I took like a piano class and my teacher was like, you need to play it like this with your finger on this note at this time. And it's like, if I'm playing it right, why does it matter where my fingers are? Like, it's just like things like that.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Same
Yeah.
thing too with that production class. We had to do like a cover, and I had to play a song on the piano, right? And
Mhm.
so I played All of Me by John Legend. And I
Mhm.
guess the way he was telling me like, oh, I got like a D because of my placement on the keyboard
Yeah.
and because of, I guess, the way I was moving my hands. But I was like, bro, but I played it so flawlessly, and like I got a shitty grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. That's part of the reason why I left, just because I felt like in a box, like musically.
Yeah.
Like, how's things changed from when you guys were in high school to college?
Like, musically,
Yeah. Like, how did like technically speaking, you don't have to be there. How has it changed with your music? Because I'm assuming get a job, then you got to go to work, you got to go to class, then you got to go find time for music.
yeah, there's some of that good old time crunching, hard to fit it in, and it's unfortunate. Been the main reason why I haven't been able to get a lot of music out, is because my studies are important as well. So I do have to reorganize my priorities and have to work at it at different paces, which is kind of why we've been doing shows. It is one of those things that's kind of a real big rush and fuel for your musical fire to perform like that. So, getting able to perform when I can't put music out is nice.
I think like shows is cool too because it's like it's a destination. It's kind of like how I mentioned, like, okay, you got to go to work, all this bullshit, and then like you don't have time for music, but you got a good 30-minute set coming your way in a couple fucking days.
Oh yeah.
Like that's like the best feeling ever. Have you guys well actually no, you guys said you only performed around the valley, right?
Yeah.
You guys never perform in LA?
Not yet. No.
No.
Oh, you guys will kill it in LA, bro. I already
That's what
know.
I'm
You guys will kill it in
saying.
LA, bro.
Who's gatekeeping these gigs? Like,
Nobody.
come on.
Break them
What do you
down, bro. You guys could break them down.
we're trying.
I know you will. Trust me. I know you will. Because, like, just from what I've seen you guys do so far, and you guys, like, you guys don't have a lot of music, but what you do have out is already impactful. So I know once, like, that shit starts rolling, the gates aren't even going to be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not even going to be a thing. But yeah, get into that LA scene, man. I performed in LA a couple times and it was lit, homie. Man, I'm talking over here. You guys are still 19. I forgot. You guys can't go to like bars and shit.
Yeah, that's also
Fuck.
that's been another thing too that makes it hard to do shows too, is a lot of the venues are 21 and up. Most of
Yeah.
our
Dude, I used to fucking hate that shit, bro. I used to hate that so much. They're like, oh, you gotta be 21 to rap in here. Like, what? How?
I
Like,
mean,
I'm literally just gonna perform.
technically you only have to be 18 and up to perform at the bar. You just can't stay there after.
Yeah, they like immediately kick you out.
And I'm fine with that. I'll be like, my social media is da da da.
I've had that a couple of times where I'm like, I'll try to stay to like watch the rest of the show, and they're like, "Hey, get out of here, kid." I'm like, "Damn." But yo, you know what's real cool too is performing like at the beach, like just
Oh,
straight up take your own shit and just perform, bro. You get hella exposure right there.
Yeah, that sounds fun, but no, that sounds like some organization.
Yeah, it is. Like, well, at least at like Venice Beach when I went there this past weekend, there were some dudes like rapping there, and I had the urge to ask, like, "Yo, let me get on," but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. They're like their little group seemed kind of sectioned off. But I think that if I had my own speaker and like my own like walk around microphone speaker thing, I think that'd be pretty sick. Because like just walking around, just talk to random people around the beach is like a super good way to network too, like stickers, all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely something like Mia's out there at LA right now because of school, but when I'm gonna move out to LA in about a year, when we're both out there, I'm pretty sure the rain will come.
That's dope, man. Hell yeah. How'd you guys do during COVID? Did you guys ever catch it?
I don't know because I was sick like a month or two before like everything shut down. So I'm not sure if I caught COVID, but I knew I got sick like twice, like 2 months before like everything shut down. So I'm saying no just because it's never been confirmed.
Oh, okay. I get
I've
you.
only had it once. It made its way through, unfortunately. I think it's because we had to work, so exposure. But it did. I actually had it while I was organizing that online virtual event 2 years ago.
Oh shit.
It was wild. I'd like wake up with a headache and have to do a
Work.
bunch of organizing, like double check in on all these files, make sure everyone's trying to work on it by the deadline. And that was unfortunate because like a good quarter of the lineup dropped out day of because they never
Oh
sent their
shit.
files on time.
Oh damn. Oh, it
But
is kind of hard to like put something together.
yeah, that also was my first thing I put together. So if the next time I do something of that kind, I will be much more ahead on top of it.
Nice. Because I actually seen on that where you buy the tickets for Ruben's Ranch, it said by you. So technically this is like your second one, I guess. Well, the first one was virtual. How did that actually go? I don't even remember, to be honest. Like,
So
was it on Zoom?
no, we had a video, we had a list of video submissions from each artist for both days that went from, I believe, 2 to 5. It was like a Friday and Saturday, and it was streamed on Twitch. And we
Oh
had
yeah,
links,
Twitch.
and people were able to donate for the different charities that were on the flyer for the event.
Damn. Was it a? Did anybody like you guys reach your donation, like the what you guys wanted?
We didn't have any goals because this it was like kind of like a shot in the dark. It was my first thing
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of put on, but we got like I believe a little over $500 for each of the charities, or like between the charities we distributed $500. I think it was about like 86 per charity.
Oh, okay. That's not even that bad though for your first time. Made $500.
Yeah, it was I basically just DM'd a bunch of different artists with a voice message explaining it because it was like
It was a
I
lot.
knew if I took yeah, I knew if I typed it out it would be like a lot, especially from someone like I had like less than it was like such a tiny little Instagram page I was reaching out to people on. I was like a little stranger kind of asking for help.
Yeah. Actually, that brings up a question. How did you find me? Was it just like
Fredo
randomly?
used
The
to join a
homie
lot of our live
Fredo.
streams. Yeah, he would join our live streams a lot during the lockdown. And when we were talking about it, he told us to check you out. And I think he was on the lineup too, but he also never sent a video.
This is the homie. That's what's up. I've known Fredo since damn, since he was still in high school when I met him. He was part of a hip hop group called Young Prophets. I remember. At the time, I was in Oakland with my group, and it was cool. But man, like from Fredo, so you guys are doing the live streams way back when then. So it was like consistent.
Well, we started like live streaming. I think that our first like little like live stream, we used to like live stream every like New Year's Eve.
It was like a little tradition. We would like
Oh, okay.
do a little live stream. It was kind of like a little bit of like a catching up, touching base because we kind of got back into contact sophomore year because she was in a band and I was gonna manage them for my friend at the time. But on New Year's Eve, me and that friend we were going live and Mia joined and then she joined the live and we just caught up and we kind of like were friends since then. And then the year after we did it again and I don't we hung out this New Year's Eve instead of doing the live stream we went to a party and then we went to her house and watched some old videos
Mhm.
of old performances.
Nice. You guys post those? You guys put those on like YouTube?
Um, when so basically our old amp has like a page and has a bunch of like old videos of us and stuff, so we'll just go back and watch them.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are bad.
Yeah, some of them are not the best, and we just watch them and we're like, wow.
We're like, wow.
You're like, damn.
You're like, oof. If only I could do
Bro.
that. If only I could redo it now.
I'm not even gonna lie, like till this day when I watch myself perform, because I don't know, like most of the if the crowd's not getting into it or like lit, like I've had it before, it just makes me cringe, bro. Like it just makes me cringe so hard because like and outside the valley, lit, like everything I'm saying, crazy. Everyone's jumping, everyone's like, it's a performance. Oh my God, you know? And then like the performance here in the valley, they're all just like everyone's like I'm too cool to smile, you know, like hey, I fuck with this bro, but like I'm not gonna show emotion. Like it's so weird, you know. So when I look back at my performances, oh god damn, I'm just like he was getting it, you know. Young G was getting it, but it was just I get what you mean, like looking at him. And you guys said it's on like Amp's page, so it's like they're not even gonna take it down.
No.
It's just be there eternalized,
putting
forever.
up the worst thumbnails.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
they're doing us dirty.
But you know what? That's the proving ground. You know, we can look back and be like, look, this is where you started. This is where you at. You know, it would be horrible if you guys were still where at where you started. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was mild frustrations for sure with just different kinds of musicians and people. I think I found out that like bigger group settings like bands and maybe like groups are not the best for me artistically. I am more of like either I want to do it or I want to do it with this person. Like I want to make a song or see what they would do in this space, you know?
Yeah. I feel like that's me too, because I work with the band good, but not really if we're writing music. Because I feel like a lot of the people that like I've tried to be in bands with or any of this kind of stuff, it's like hard for me to write music with them because I feel like I have such like I don't know, I feel like I'm hard headed. Like it's like I want it to sound like this, like I like this, and so I feel like it's easier for me to like if I'm in a band do covers,
Yeah.
like you know like covers, but
I
like
get you.
writing wise, I think it's better if I'm like doing it myself.
I get you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I relate to that. Like I'm great at a jam session. Like I'll be like, "Ooh, you should try this." Da, da, da. But once I kind of start, I get really kind of possessive with it too, which I think me and I both get that way. So it's kind of like we both kind of keep our respectful distance with things. Like we really learned our little ticks and cues when we like a sound, when we don't. We'll kind of figure it out quicker now. But I think I I was working with a band, I think about a month or two ago. We did a little jam session, and we were like, I we together, but I was kind of constructing most of them. We wrote like 3 songs within like 3 hours. It was fun.
Well, that's cool. One song an hour. That's
Kind of,
nice.
yeah. It was like basically just jamming and then with different ideas. Like one was kind of like this kind of almost like reminiscent of Loveful by the Cardigans, but a little more disco-y. And then the other was like, I don't know. They got weird.
Man, trust me, I know what you mean by like I want it to be done a certain way. Like I said earlier, I used to be in a well, actually, I was in a couple hip hop groups, and the problem was just like we're all hard headed, we're all like top dogs right here, like we're all just like, nah, bro, like I remember I was making a beat one time, and I picked a specific snare, right? I picked some snare, some random snare. And the homie was like, "Nah, bro, that snare doesn't go good with this, like, with the beat." And I was like, I kind of like that snare, bro. And it was just kind of it got too to the point where like we're writing a song together, and then like, for example, I hit up somebody to do a song, right? But they have to get the group's permission for them to be on the song. And I'm like, what? Like, is he like your dad? Like, I don't understand, It's just kind of weird. Like, they're like, oh, let me talk to my group first. I'm like, all right.
I don't know. Maybe that I think we've never really wanted to be in that position. So we've always kind of remained like, oh yeah, I'll hop on your little thing. Like very independent. We'll do I mean I know we both have different kind of genres we'd like to explore further and like try out. It's we're not just making one kind of music. We're making the music we want to make, and that will grow and change the way we'll need it at the time.
Nice. Have you guys like jumped into other genres? Because I know you mentioned that Mia was in a band. You were in a band before?
Yeah, that was, I don't even, it was like mainly rock. Like, I started out doing rock. Like, that was what I was doing. I was doing
Oh,
rock.
okay.
And then I liked it, but as I was writing, I could tell that like rock wasn't like what I was writing. So, yeah, I started out doing rock, but I also tried kind of like something different because I was featured on a song like around a year ago, I think. I don't know if you know this artist, but MC Infinite.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I hopped on his song on an EP that or an album that he released. It's called Away, I believe. Yeah, Away. And his music is kind of like R&B rap. So I think it was like really fun to like try that kind of genre because I haven't really like tried that genre before because I'm not the biggest fan of R&B, but like I tried it and it was honestly came out really good.
There's that other one. We can't really talk about it because it's wild. But there was a song we wrote for a project, and it was like it was almost like a bite off of Let Me Love You by Mario.
Oh yeah. So it was
Nice.
it's because I had a like my senior year of high school for my AP economics class, we had to do like a music video and like talking about economics or like something like that. And so me, Anthony, and our other friend, we sat down and we like my friend that I was working with, he sent us like the beat and everything, and then we just wrote like an R&B like
Hard.
Like,
about economics.
yeah, honestly, it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hear it.
Nope, nope,
Oh,
no one
I
hears
don't even
that.
know. I don't even know if I still have it because like my group members, I think he like took it off of YouTube or something.
Yeah, I have the GarageBand file on my computer
Oh,
still,
you do?
so That's all. That's all. The only vial I have of it.
Oh,
Other than that, it
Dang.
exists nowhere else. It was just one of those fun things. We like swam and like ate watermelon. We're chilling all day. It was like summer a year or two ago, or spring actually. It was sometimes it's too hot to even swim in summer. But we sat down and just kind of wrote that and recorded it. It was I think that was maybe one of the first times we wrote together in person, right? Because SLT, that's a track we have together. We wrote over the phone, but I think that was our first time writing together side by side.
Dang, so you guys go on the phone and just like write together with what is ergonomics song or something?
we did that one in person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there any
But
like future music videos coming up with these songs that are already out?
Yes. So I am planning to do a video for Trey Lips. Um, and cause Ricky offered to shoot it for me. So I'm planning that once everything is, because right now I just started school and everything's a little bit hectic for me. So probably once everything simmers down and once I can like find venues to do it at, I'm probably gonna start getting the ball to roll for that.
Sick. So freaking shout out Ricky, huh?
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna kill it too, because the stuff that he's been dropping with 1:33 a.m. Um, bro, visuals are on fire. I
Yeah.
actually thought he was a whole new artist. I was like I remember I told the homies, I was like, "Yo, who is this?" And they're like, "Yo, that's Ricky."
yeah,
Bro,
Ricky's
that's amazing.
he has a good eye for like artistic vision. He likes to enact it, and I think we're both working on different little things with him. And he's fun to work with.
I'm actually putting a music video together too for my song Juice Moves.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'm trying to
When's
make like
that?
a thing. I don't know exactly when we're gonna like film it, cause so let me see if I have one. If I do, boom. So I this is like the cover art, right? I don't know if you can see that.
Little sticker.
Maybe not. Yeah. So it's the cover art for Juice Moo. It's just a juice box. So for the music video, I made a giant juice box, a huge 9 foot tall juice box, and
Paper mache, cardboard.
cardboard. Yeah, like paper mache a little bit. The only problem was that when I painted it, it's in my garage, and so when I painted it, that shit was like hella. It got hella dry, and yeah, it kind of fucked up the paint. So the music video is kind of pushed back. But once I get it going, I want to get like my vision is just to get like a bunch of artists in the music video, and I'm gonna have people like handing out juice and shit for the video. And so yeah, I'll be hitting you guys up if you guys want to jump in that video. You know, just have fun, because I think I'm gonna have a pool party too. I'll probably do like an Airbnb. We'll shoot the video and then we'll just kick it. Yeah,
Nice.
I want it to be a thing for everybody too. Like we could all network, you know, because everyone there is gonna be an artist or some kind, you know, because I know like a lot of comedians, dancers, like stuff like that. So I think that would be pretty sick.
That's funny. Next week we're shooting a video with our friend for
Oh yeah.
we're going to film a video, the background with for Julian's next song, which is exciting.
Nice, hell yeah, man. This is so cool because I feel like it's not much people, at least in the rap scene, there's not much people really putting shit out. Not even like music video wise.
Honestly, I was talking to me about that like a month ago. I was saying kind of like everyone's kind of dropping the ball. It's up on us. It's up to us now to really like do what we want to see get done.
Yeah.
You know, no one else is doing like exactly what we want to see. So let's be the ones to do it. That's what kind of drove us to really reach out to a venue like Ruben's Ranch. Like, oh, if we were to put on a Halloween show, we would put it on at this kind of cool neon place, you know? Like
Yeah.
we're trying to do what we would do to give you the experience we're trying to give you.
Hell yeah. You guys got your costumes planned out for that show?
Yes.
I'm still figuring it out. I'm really bad with costumes.
Damn. I think I have an idea who I'm gonna be. We'll see.
It's like
We'll see.
it's like I love it. I love Halloween. I love all the costumes. I love all the people that like get up in it. But for the life of me, I can never decide. I'm a very indecisive person.
Like a lot of people, at least from like throughout the years that I've met artists, they're like, "Oh, it's not perfect." I'm like, bro, there's if you're gonna run after perfect, good luck on dropping a song, bro.
Yeah, I think perfectionism has stifled me for a little while, but I don't know. I wouldn't call it perfectionism. For me, I'm just trying to make sure it feels right.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, my next single, I hope I can get it out by like November, December. And it's a song I've had written for like almost over 2 years now. And it's finally gonna step out and be like my first, hey, this is me. Like the other two songs were like made with loops. To me, this is from scratch writing, from scratch production. It's all like this is really my first single.
Hell yeah, I like that. That's cool. Because it's like a whole nother like you're invested in that, you know? Because like it's totally different when you take loops, put them together. Okay, made a song, and then when you actually made it from scratch, and like you're so proud of that shit, you know?
And that's what I usually do. I've been writing and producing like the strangest little things organically from scratch for years. And there's some projects I have that has really old music from, I think my production has gotten a little bit more easy to listen to now. But a few years back, I think my production was a bit more staggery, wild, and all over the place. And I'm trying to find that balance because it's fun to channel that kind of that initial kind of wild imagination, you know?
Yeah. Man, I'm looking forward to you guys' next singles. I'm listening, man. I'm listening. Especially these
Yeah.
guys on the lineup. I'm gonna start following them too because I want to see what's next. You know.
I think Rosettum just put out an album recently. I know Christian Modern just put out, I think, 2 songs within the last maybe month or two. And then Julian is also, he has his first single out that was from a few months ago. That one's great. That one has a video. And then, like I said, we're about to record his next single. So we'll see how that comes about.
I'll throw it out there. My first dubstep song dropped yesterday.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Let me know what you
And
think.
yeah, if you ever need any vocals for like a hook or something, what are some of your inspirations? I forgot we were having that conversation.
There's a lot, honestly. I mean, I would say, well, I grew up mainly listening to like reggae, rap, and hella oldies and some rock. Like I got into like rock once I got a little older with my older brother got me into it. Because actually I didn't rap first. I was singing first. I was trying to be in a band, but they I guess people would talk about me because I used to rap battle at the park, and then like I'll be like trying out for bands, and they're like, "No, we don't want a rapper," and so I guess I kind of like shot myself in the foot because I was more known as a rapper, but I was really
Mm.
trying to sing. And so I would say like inspirations. I mean, I could go in on like West Coast hip hop and shit like that, but if you listen to my music, I'm kind of all over the place. You know, like it's like my whole playlist and discography is like a one giant mixtape because I'll be singing here and then I'll do reggae here and then rap here and then alternative like lo-fi rap over here. Like it's I don't know. I don't know where I could like pinpoint exactly who I used to listen to all the time. Like my first hip hop CD ever was 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying.
Nice. It's true.
Oh
I think
yeah.
inspirations kind of they can be varied in a lot of different ways. I know like sometimes I'm inspired by something even if it doesn't sound or even remain kind of like it, but to me it reminds me of something else.
Yeah. Do you guys have other inspirations? Like not just musically?
Mm,
Um, I mean, I get it inspired by like certain aesthetics. Like, for instance, like I'll see like the show Euphoria, how like it's all like glittery, neon, the makeup, you know. And so like I'll see that and I'll take that like for my like wardrobe for when I perform, or like when I like think of like ideas for like music videos, I'll like take like inspiration from like movies that I like, and just shows and like colors that I like and stuff like that.
I think I find it outside of music, I think I find inspiration in just random words. Like I'll hear a word that kind of sounds or means something, or a phrase, usually like a phrase that it makes me think about a bunch of different people and things. And then I think those turn into songs or things I want to talk about in the back of my brain, you know, like anything really can be inspiration.
Do you guys ever have like when you're writing, like do you experience writer's block, or do you just feel like frustrated because you can't get something out of your head onto like music?
Yes, I experience writer's block a lot just because I feel like when I try to make myself write a song, it just doesn't happen. So I just feel like I need to be like playing around and just doing whatever for me to like come up with something that I actually like.
Yeah, I think I try to avoid writer's block by just stopping when it's not coming out. You know, I'll just get back to it later, or I'll watch movies. Movies sometimes can help me with writer's block because it's like a different perspective. You get to see things through their lenses as like characters in a movie.
So do you guys do other things creatively besides music?
Yes, I do dance. I've done dance ever since I was little, and I was on the dance team at my high school. So I've always done dance, and also because my family, they're dancers. So I think dance plays a big part. Um, Also in my stage presence, because I am a very vivid stage performer, and I do incorporate dance a lot when I perform.
Do you ever get tired when like you're dancing and you gotta sing? Like, cause
No,
I be jumping
I
around
don't
and
know.
like rapping, and I get hella tired.
No, it's being on that stage. It's being able to like put it out. Like this is your moment to really just like do all those little things in the back of your head, you know, like get it out, all the kind of get lost in it. I remember at my debut show, the last song, I think it was Slow Burn Radio. I was just really kind of just getting into it, and I kind of like forgot I was performing. It
Oh,
was just
that's the
kind of
best
like,
feeling.
yeah, it was fun.
Do you guys ever feel like you can't turn yourself off after you perform?
No, I kind of get the opposite. What as soon as I'm off the stage, I can get really tired, and I'm like, okay, goodbye, goodbye, everyone.
For me, I don't know. I feel like after I get off stage, I'm really woke for a while, but then I start to come down from that.
I get you. No, I was just asking because like when I performed for the first couple times, it was be like kind of weird and awkward off stage, but then when I'm on, I'm just rapping and I'm having like the best time ever. And then when I get off stage, I used to have trouble fucking sleeping because like I couldn't turn that shit off. Like I was just like still up, you know what I mean? Like I was still like I don't even know if it's like adrenaline or I don't know, but I'll get hella tired, but then I can't sleep because like I could hear the music. It's just weird.
It was, I think, our last show. It was called A Cruel, Cruel Summer Show. That one, it happened on like the hottest day of the year so far. It was like the computer that Ricky was running things off of was turning off, so we had to like postpone it an hour. And I remember the outfit I was wearing. It was just like a shirt and like some uh, baggy jeans. It was like my friend's old jeans that I liked, and they were so like tall up on me to like right here, and I had to like have the belt on super tight. I was like kind of cinched at the waist almost the whole night. So when I got home, I was like, oh, I can't wait to lay down.
just like dying after performances. So how do you guys prep? Because you guys sing, right? So how do you prep for that performance so that your voice don't go out?
I just drink a lot of water. That's all I do, to be honest. I sometimes if my voice feels a little bit like rusty, I'll just like do like vocal sirens because that just helps me. Um but yeah, that's mainly what I do for my voice.
For me, I kind of just I drink a lot of water. Maybe I'll have a tea sometime. You know what I've been doing at the last few shows is usually before earlier the day, I'll do maybe like a 2 or 3 hour vocal rest where I won't talk or like use my voice at all for those few hours, just so it's kind of like I really give my voice a break before the show. And then I'll have like a bunch of tea, a bunch of water, and probably do like some scales, but mostly I just kind of I try to make sure I'm in my body, like I feel like fully aware and in it. So when I'm singing, I'm focused. Because
And
when sometimes when I'm singing, I'll as soon as I have a single thought, that's when it's like, uh-oh. Because it's like, no, 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 you're supposed to be performing right now. Once I get distracted, that's when I know I'm probably not doing the best.
for me it's opposite. When I'm performing, I'm thinking. It's so weird. Like I'm okay, so my mouth and everything is moving. I'm spitting bars. I'm looking at everybody and thinking like random ass thoughts while I'm doing it. It's so weird. Like I feel like I'm not really there.
That's I don't know. I don't like that feeling. I feel I know that I felt that sometimes in performances like for amp when I just wasn't really in it. But when I feel like I'm doing my music and I'm presenting myself under the pretenses that this is me, like someone can see this and this will be their only impression of me. So
Yeah.
let me really seize it. Let me do right by myself is kind of my drive for it.
Yeah, like when I noticed that, like the last performance I did was at the Vault in Cat City. I noticed it during that performance because the audio, the DJ, he had us coming out of the same speakers that the vocals were coming out of. So it was weird because like the vocals were louder than the music. So if I fucked up, you guys could hear me 100%, So there's really no hiding behind that. And when I realized that, I kind of just turned off like okay, caring in my brain. It just like turned off caring. Like bam, it's gone. And then I noticed that when I was rapping, I was looking at everybody and I was thinking some like dumb as fuck thoughts. Like someone's drinking water and I'm rapping and I'm thinking like, man, I wonder if that water tastes good. Like I don't even know what the fuck was going on. Like it was really weird. But then when I look back, because I thought, oh shit, I was thinking too much. This shit's probably gonna be trash. But when I looked at the videos that my girlfriend took or my friends took, I was like, yo, I killed it. And I was fucking gone. Like I wasn't even there. And it felt weird. But yeah, I noticed that in the last couple performances.
That's nice. I hope I can find that kind of balance with it. I think this next show, Ruben's Ranch, is called Nightmare on Polk Street. Saturday, October 29th.
Mm.
I I'm even talking with one of my friends. He's a dancer and he's helping me. He's gonna help me kind of develop the general movement of my whole set, like I don't think I'll be doing exact choreography just because I feel like I would want some dancers, but he's gonna help me develop some kind of like lifeline throughout the show. So throughout my set. So I think that's also like a step forward in the direction of being kind of the artists we want to be.
Man, I already know Ruben's Ranch show, Halloween themed. Damn. It's gonna be so hard, bro. I already know.
The stage is super cool. But thank you so much again for having us for the podcast episode.
Thank you guys for your time.
Uh-huh.
Sharing your thoughts, everything. Again, just thanks for everything, guys. It was a really good conversation.
Yeah, thank you. I'll also say this. For Nightmare on Polk Street, you can buy tickets online through Eventbrite on either of our bios. It's also under Eventbrite on Nightmare on Polk Street. And if you wanted to buy tickets with cash, we are going to have some in-store sales at Peach Whiskers Goods. They're it's located off 111 in Palm Desert.